Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of this Alfa Romeo driver career. We are here for round 5 in Great Britain at Silverstone, our home race, and I'm very happy to say we have a special guest joining us for the race commentary in just a little bit, so stick around for that. However, we're going to get straight into qualifying, and we're hoping to build on that strong qualifying performance from Austria. P8 I think it was. The car felt very good around here, especially on the medium tyres, so I was feeling quite optimistic about the race. Qualifying though, a bit off the pace. We go P15 after our first run. However, on our second lap, we improved vastly on our time, P8 across the line, which will translate to P9 in the race. But for now though, we're now going to head over to Discord and we're going to judge the competition, not from me this time, but from last season's champion.
He should be here in a sec.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome. Are you ready to judge some comments?
This is my dream job. This is what I'm made for.
Yeah.
Recognize it? But a ding-dong battle that ended badly. That's not a bad one.
What Croppy say?
Would he say that?
Oh, you don't really watch F1.
Kid, as someone that doesn't watch F1, I'm looking at that and I'm like, ding-dong.
Okay, and then we have absolute class.
I mean, come on. Anyone would say that. Come on.
I mean, it'd be pretty funny if he just said that in the first corner. That's absolute class, Martin. Absolute class. We got bro moment.
Okay, how would he say the crying, laughing emoji?
He'd be crying and laughing.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, and then we just have saucy.
Saucy. Have you ever heard a commentator say saucy?
Oh, what a saucy girl! Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just can't see a commentator saying saucy.
All right. Well, shall we decide on the top 3 then?
The top 3.
So, Cubsy, you've decided?
Yep.
Okay, so would you like to run us through the winners? You've heard me done this countless times before.
Okay.
Okay, so let's run through the winners then.
Okay, so we got Ollie Pelham with absolute class in 3rd. We got Hector C in 2nd with a ding-dong battle that ended badly. And in 1st, we got Vettel 5 Racing with and they touch Martin. Now that.
Okay, so with Cubsy decided, let's get into the race.
Great Britain then, one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every single year of the Formula One World Championship. And the circuit extends that record further for today's Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Stroll, Carlos Sainz, and Norris, Ricciardo, Perez, the rookie, and Esteban Ocon, Gasly, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, and Kvyat, Vettel, Magnussen, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Latifi and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, remember, Cubsy has not seen the footage from this, so hopefully he's in for a shock.
I better be.
Okay, 5 red lights for the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. And we get a much better start than Perez on the right-hand side. And we're catching up to Ricciardo in the Alpine as well, as Norris gives him a bit of a squeeze. And Perez tries to block us off, and we're going to try and get ready outside, but we're forced back. And we come into turn 2. And we go down the inside, and he shoves us off. And that's not going to be a try again. Go down the inside, go side by side with him, wheel to wheel, and coming on to the Wellington Straight now. ERS open, and we slide into P8.
That is a beautiful move. A little bit dodgy, but you know, second move, very nice.
As we go a bit late on the brakes, and Perez is coming straight back at us. He's going to have a look at us into Brooklyn, as we're going to cut now onto lap number 2, as Perez is just having a look at us. But the Novell will be cut to lap 2 now, back into the Wellington Straight, and Sergio Perez is going to have another look at us into this corner. We block him off a little bit. We make contact, and we cut to the wide shot now, and he's going to try and hang it around the outside. We're going to keep to the curb, but he has a bit more has a better exit than us, and we're going to come through. And now we're going to have Gasly involved in us. Sorry, with us as well as we go around inside, and he loses his front tire. It's happened again.
Gosh. Is this video going to be called Incident at Turn 10?
Oh my god, yeah, it's going to have to be for the clickbait, surely. Pierre Gasly is out of the session. We're going to get an onboard shot from him now. And he goes for the inside. I don't know what he's doing, to be quite honest.
It's in!
Okay, we're going to get Ocon's on board now.
What do you think about that?
I said a little bit dodgy, I think. What's he trying to do there?
So we're going to have a look from behind us now. And I wasn't expecting him to make the move, to be honest. I think I was just moving, trying to overtake Perez, and I think he just got caught up. I'm not sure. That's my fault.
Yeah.
As we cut to the end of lap 2 now, and Esteban Ocon's going to try and have a look at us down the inside into Stowe, and he's keeping his nose in here, and we just hold off. Oh no, he's still there. The red arrow's still there. Sorry, I didn't realise. And he's coming around the outside as we come into club corner, and he's still there. And we're going to give him a bit of a squeeze. and we've I think we're becoming a bit of a Maldonado today, as DRS has now been enabled. Are we going to get a replay of that? No, we're not. So we're going to cut on to lap 3 now. And Jeff has suggested we have a longer strategy. I think the tyre wear isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. As we break into Stowe once again, and as we have a look at our tyre wear here, it's not too bad. It's not looking too shabby. And we're kind of come off to finish lap 3 now. As Ocon's still there. I didn't have the pace to catch the race support at this part of the race, but I thought I could hold off Ocon for now. But as you can see from this wide shot now, not this wide shot, you can't see it. Ocon's coming down the inside into turn 1, gives us a bit of a bump after probably hitting him earlier, and he's into P10. As Verstappen's having a look now as well. And I'm much more scared of this Alpine, to be honest. Sorry, I'm much more scared of this Red Bull than I am the Alpine, because, well, you know, it's a Red Bull. It's Max Verstappen. I'm a little bit screwed here.
Right, hello, sorry, it's just me now. I've lost the audio file for me and Cubsy's commentary of this part of the race, so I'm just going to jump in as we do an abrupt shot to lap number 4 now, and we're just all over the back of Ocon as we nearly hit him, ramming into the back of him as we come on to lap 5 now, and Max Verstappen is right on the back of us now, and I was getting a little anxious that this Red Bull's going to blast past us. It probably will, as we're going to cut to a wide shot now. And Max Verstappen's all over the back of us into Max, and Beckett's going to make an insane move down the inside, and he's up into position 10, which is the only singular point we need. But we're going to have all the power we have in our car, and we'll come straight back at them into Stowe, side by side. And we're going to try and get the move done into Stowe, but he hangs it around the outside, and he manages to keep on to P10, but we're not giving up just yet. We're going to go dive it down the inside, and we're going to bang tyres, barge our way through. That's borderline legal, and we're going to go side by side with them onto the Hamilton straight now, or the pit straight, whatever you want to call it. And Daniel Kvyat's now trying to get involved, and they're having a bit of a scrap as we come through turn 1, and there's caution yellow flag. There's someone out behind us. I'm not sure. I think something's happened to Daniel Kvyat, and he's out of the session. So now that is major. We're going to go on board with Daniel Kvyat now from his perspective.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry.
We're going to have a look at Verstappen's onboard right here. And do you think that's
He
his
just-
fault?
No, I think he just accidentally cleanly just takes off that wheel. I think it's mostly Kvyat's
This has
fault.
happened 3 times in this career mode. As we're going to go to this helicopter shot now, as Max Verstappen is now trying to make a move on us. And I love it when the replay cams do this because it gives a bit more realism. And we're trying to hold it around the outside, but the Red Bull has way more pace than we do. As this last time we came through this corner, it ended badly when we were going side by side. We have a bit more pace than the Red Bull, and we squeeze him a little bit, but he's okay. No tyres come flying off this time. Coming through Maggots and Beckett's now. And on to the hangar straight. Once again, the Ferraris are trying to get involved now. As Max Verstappen once again have DRS, but we're going to keep this ERS is very powerful for us this race, especially with the mix with Rich Mix as well. But Max Verstappen's still there. He's still a threat. We've got to keep our guard up. As he's going to make a move down the inside like we did a lap earlier. No, he's not. We're going to keep position P10 for now. We're fighting for points because our car isn't exactly up to scratch. Charles Leclerc is having a look at Max Verstappen as our pit window opens. As we cut to lap 7 now, and Lewis Hamilton is out of the session, and that's surely his championship over.
Surely.
Only 10 races in the season. We're going to come around and we can see him on the right hand side. I was hoping for a safety car really, but nothing really happened as we come to the pits now, and Ocon and Perez are having a little bit of a disagreement coming into the pit lane on one of the longest pit lanes in the game, might I add, because you go painfully slow through this section. So you can see 37 miles an hour absolute insane speeds
The
as we come
speed.
to meet the pit crews, and hopefully we don't get held up this time. As we got to the outside shot, and there's going to be a good pit stop from the Alfa Romeo crew. It certainly is, but we're getting held.
Oh god.
We're
Oh
getting-
my god.
We're getting held too much, and now we're completely out of it. And there's a Haas right behind us, and we're down to P15. Vettel, Verstappen, Leclerc are all ahead of us now.
That is just shocking. That is one of the most unlucky things I've ever seen in a while in F1.
I think,
That is,
yeah, this game's pretty stupid sometimes.
yeah.
So, after having a really good battle with, not Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen in the last laps leading up to the pit stops, we're now completely out of it. We're 2.5 seconds behind Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari, and we're in a bit of a no man's land at the moment as we cut, as we're going to go flying through the laps now. On lap 9 and then lap 10 as our teammate comes out of the pits, but he's not catching up to us, he's at least 2 seconds. But as you can see in the top left, we're starting to gain on this pack because Verstappen, Leclerc and Vettel are all having a little scrap, and the Ferraris are having a little bit of a scrap at the head, and I think Sebastian Vettel's trying to go round the outside of his teammate, down the inside even, and he's up into P12, and we're taking advantage of the two Ferraris fighting away because we can now gain a lot of time on them. I thought I was going to have an outside shot for this one, apparently not. Coming through the final corner now onto lap 11, and we're going to try and we seem to be catching up on the straights. Unlike real life, the Ferrari engine's actually quite fast in this game. As we go purple in sector 1, as now we have a wide shot, as Charles Leclerc is coming straight back at his teammate, coming into Stowe, and he closes him off, and he's back into the points, as we're going to have, as you can see, we're in the background there, and now we're going to try and have a look down the inside of the Vettel. We're going to go late on the brakes. Yes, we are. We're going to go late on the brakes, and we make contact. That was an absolutely terrible move from us, and I don't really have words. What do you think, Cubsy?
Yeah, that's not very the cleanest of moves. I mean, no damage looks like it was done. Maybe
We'll
a
have a
little
look
bit
at the replay here in slow-mo. We just...
Ooh.
I don't think we could blame Vettel for that one.
Yeah, I would not be happy if that just happened to me.
Okay, well at least we're back up with going on board of Sebastian Vettel here, and he just gets rear-ended.
I mean, he says it's pretty good.
Yeah, not the best moves we've ever seen on this channel at all. As Kimi Raikkonen's now having a look at us.
Oh.
On the final lap, he's caught up to us as Valtteri Bottas wins the race. And are we going to try? And we're going to lose the place to our teammate once again on the final lap, like in France. But
Yes! Well, I don't know. I don't want to celebrate too much yet, but I'm so out of breath. Oh yes, boys!
Oh, what a race, Carlos. P2. I know you wanted the win, but you're P2, buddy. That's a really good result. You've been great all weekend. Great work, mate.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing now for the bride.
as we come across the line in P12. Not bad from us, I guess. No points though. After an absolutely atrocious move from us. And I think George Russell is going to get driver of the day. What are your thoughts, Covey, on that race after being in the commentary box for the first time?
It was a very, very interesting race for my first race. Some good moves, some not so great moves, but very interesting. A good watch.
Valtteri Bottas is going to extend his championship lead here. And we're going to score absolutely 0 points as the Ferraris get a bit more points. You can see the Mercedes team celebrating. Are we going to get a non-Mercedes win this season? Probably not. No. But as we cut to the final race results, as you can see, we're down in P12 with our teammate just filling in just behind us. And McLaren's got a double podium, which is going to pull them out at the bottom of the constructors because I think they're struggling a little bit. But yeah. Perez and Ocon managed to score points. Max Verstappen down in 9th. That's not going to help his championship that much, but at least it's better than Lewis Hamilton, who scored 0 points. Absolutely none. So thank you for joining me, Cubsy.
Thank you for having me. I'd love to be back. This was a very, very fun experience.
Yep. So hopefully we can see you next time as we can see the championship.
Appearing on screen now, as you can see, Mercedes still at the top, Racing Point move up to 4th as AlphaTauri have a double DNF and move them down to 5th. In the drivers, Max Verstappen moves up to 2nd place. We drop down to 12th after a 0 points finish. And we drop down to 8th in the constructors because of well, our stupid move on Sebastian Vettel. Anyway, let's get into the comments competition for today's episode. Hopefully you liked Cubsy judging it. I certainly did. It was quite funny. Anyway, the challenge is, what would Vettel's team radio be after I crashed into him? So go from as a classic Sebastian Vettel quote, or just a funny thing he might say. But yeah, and I'll be judging this one as usually, because Cubsy only gets one. Anyway, just going into some R&D now, as we're getting some faster tracks coming up. I believe it's Italy next. So I tried to get the powertrain under control. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for Cubsy for joining me. I hope he enjoyed doing this as much as I did. And I'll see you for round number 6 in Italy at Monza. See you then. Bye-bye.
We can cut to the wide shot and we'll see the 2 Ferraris. Oh, sorry, no. Oh my god. Into P... I think it's P10. I think it's the final point they're fighting over. As we cut to ourselves now and we're catching up to Sebastian. What the heck is going on?
What is going on?
Alpine, because, well, you know, it's a Red Bull. It's Max Verstappen.
Of course.
A little bit screwed here.
I'm gonna say. Blame me if you didn't win. It's my first time doing this, so
Yeah, I thought a different one was better, so
No, you didn't.